Hey guys, Mallory here. Welcome back. In this mini lesson, you'll be learning how to play the song Love by the one and only Frank Sinatra. So it's Thanksgiving time in the US, and this is one of those classic songs that always seems to be on our Thanksgiving playlist when we're in the kitchen cooking and getting ready for the day. So I'm really excited for you to learn this one. We'll be playing it in the original key of G, and the chords that we'll be using are G, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, or you can play a regular D if you'd prefer. However, if you know it and can do it, I definitely recommend doing the D7. C major, A major, and finally A7. Now, like with the D, you can do a normal A, but I think the A7 adds a really nice touch to it. Now, you'll need a capo if you want to follow along with the key change that happens halfway through the song, but if that's too much right now, no worries, just keep it the same the whole time. This song is usually a little more upbeat, it has that swing kind of feel to it, but I thought it'd be cool to do a more relaxed strumming pattern for this one, so you can always speed it up if you like. So the strumming pattern we'll be using sounds like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So if you notice, we're missing the strings on beat 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. We'll start off verse 1 by playing a G chord when he says L. We'll only play it for 1 bar or measure, and each chord in this first line is for the same amount of time, so 1 bar. After, we'll switch to the E minor 7 on the word 4. We'll play that for a bar and then switch to the A minor 7 on the word look. Finally, it's a D7 or a D on the word me. I'll play the first line through. Alright, next we have the A minor 7 and the D7 for a bar each, and then the G chord for 2 bars. It would sound like this. The third line is easy because it's just G for 2 bars and C for 2 bars. So we'll hold out that G for 2 more bars after the second line, and then play the C for 2 bars. It would sound like this. Finally, the last line of the verse is an A, A7, D, and D7, each for a measure. It would sound like this. Now I'm going to play verse 1 all the way through so you can hear what each line sounds like together. Now on to the next section. We'll call this the chorus, even though it's kind of verse 2 combined with the chorus. So the first 2 lines are exactly the same as verse 1, and then the third line is mostly the same, except the melody changes a little bit along with 1 chord. So it'll be that G chord for 2 bars, C for 1 bar, and A7 for 1 bar. It would sound like this. Now the good thing about the transition between the C and the A7 is that you can use your second finger as an anchor finger. This means that it can serve as an anchor and stay in its place while your other finger moves and goes under it. Now that final line would be a G, D7, then back to G, all for 1 measure. This is what it would sound like. to the recording, there's a key change that happens right after that section. This is where the instrumental part happens. So it's a great time to grab your capo and put it on the 2nd fret. And that way we can use the same chord shapes, but now we're playing in the key of A. This gives us a little bit of time to set up our capo, and it'll help us to be in the right key when the vocals come back in. This last section is just a repeat of the previous verse and chorus that we learned, so it's the same lyrics, same chord shapes, just a different key. I'll go ahead and play the whole song through so you can hear how it sounds together. If it's too fast for you right now, that's completely okay. You can always use the settings button below this video to slow it down a bit. And don't forget to take that capo off before you start. Here we go. This is where the instrumental part would happen. So we'll grab our capo, we'll put it on the 2nd fret, we'll let the instrumental part happen, and then pretend the vocals are about to come in. Here we go. Now you know how to play the song Love by Frank Sinatra. If you enjoyed this lesson and are looking for more, be sure to jump into my email community by signing up at the link below. I send out weekly tips, lessons, and updates that I know you're gonna love. All right, that wraps up this lesson for today. I'll see you in the next one.